okay?
Oh, I'm fine.
Do you know what time it is?
I know. I'm sorry if I woke you up.
Are you sure you're all right?
Well, I had a bad dream, and I should have known better than to heat all that right before bedtime.
Oh, go back to bed. The boogeyman's not going to get you.
Fine.
I have a feeling you're not going back to bed.
No, I'm fine. Go to bed.
What's wrong? I mean, you don't usually get up in the middle of the night. You don't make a lot of noise or anything. You usually hit that bed and you're sound asleep.
True, but, when I'm tired or, feel vulnerable, I tend to be restless and just can't seem to shut off my mind at night.
What are you thinking about?
Doubts.
Doubt about what?
Things.
Oh, come on, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. If we play 20 questions, we're both going to be up all night long. Please get to the point.
Honestly, you're going to think I'm crazy. Okay, fine. You want me to tell you? Okay, fine. I read the newspaper, I watch the news on TV, and the world is a mess. I mean, there's so much death and war and destruction and terrorism and poverty everywhere. And all of that pain and suffering. It just feels like sometimes, I just wonder about God.
Tell me more.
I mean, God, where are you? What are you doing? Those people who say that there is no God, maybe they're right.
Wait.
Well, maybe Jesus isn't the Son. I don't know.
Oh, hold on. You are my Bible study leader and you're talking like that?
I know I told you that you would think I was crazy.
Really, I feel relieved.
Really?
Yeah, because I've always looked up to you.
Okay, I've been meaning to tell you that, when you always call me Saint Amy, it really annoyed. I really would prefer you didn't call me that anymore, especially now.
So that means you can't walk on water?
Come on.
I'm sorry. But what you just said really means a lot to me, because sometimes I doubt too.
Really? You?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not just saying that so I can go back to bed?
No, it really happens when I'm alone. I start to question everything. I wonder, do people like me? Does God even like me? And like you looking at the world, if God is really in control, then why does everything seem so out of control?
You never told me you felt that way before.
Never told me before.
Okay, so what do we do about it? How do we get rid of that doubt?
Well, you know more about this stuff than I do. You start first.
Okay. Well, I usually just keep myself busy. I'll do things at home, get involved with the community, stay busy at work, and that's what I do.
Does it work?
Honestly, no. It doesn't really work. I mean, the doubts are still there. I just keep myself occupied, but then once I'm sitting in the quiet again, the doubts reappear. Over and over. I hate this feeling.
Feelings. What do you always say about feelings? Feelings can be a wonderful gift, but they're not always dependable, right?
That's true. Well, you do pay attention to me.
Well, yeah, that's what you've taught me. Do you remember? Before I became a Christian, I was constantly challenging you. I said, show me, prove it. And what did you say? You said, if you really want to know who Jesus is, what is important that you put aside what people say and what the media says about Jesus, and look and see what Jesus says about himself and what is written about him. And I think the point is that I had to decide, was I going to ignore my doubt, or was I just going to follow what people believe? Or would I really go ahead and check this out and decide for myself?
You're right. Wow, you've really paid attention well. I'm impressed. But, I don't get it. I already know who Jesus is. I already know.
You're missing the point. All of us have doubt. And doubt can make us feel uncomfortable sometimes. But it can also be a good thing if we are willing to seek honest answers.
You're right. You're right. I just want to get rid of that feeling.
Feeling?
I know.
Oh, I'm going to bed. Tomorrow I've got a big day.
All right.
Good night.